What up, what up, what up, world? You already know what time it is. It's one Matt Mr. Host, but the most never need to brag no more. So let's give a toast to the real folks. And then paved the way in the real way. Boys plays the play and parlay this real rap game that's going on today. And we already know I got my right hand with me as usual. WI in the building.
Yeah, what up, though? You already know.
Give a round of applause to the real ones, you know what I'm saying?
You know how it goes when it comes to pro.
So how you been, player?
Shit, I can't call it. Just here, holding it down, holding down it for the crown, holding it down for the crown.
Let me start by saying Melly Mel, you're the first MC officially on the mic. We did the message. That was a hip hop classic. No one can take that away from you. You're a pioneer. You're a legend. Got mad love for you. What you did to hip hop, your contribution was greatly appreciated. With that being said, I can't co-sign what you said with Fat Joe and all this hip hop only being a Bronx thing and all this craziness, dog. You know what I'm saying? First of all, hip hop, yeah, it could have been created in the Bronx, New York, or whatnot, but it was expanding throughout the five boroughs. You know, you can't just tell me y'all was the only ones doing hip hop, or nobody else was doing hip hop at that time, or their own version of it. You know.
Exactly. That's the thing, right? In every different region, everybody was doing their own thing. So
Yeah,
to
like there was
say,
no
oh,
technology out there to be like, oh, we're doing that. New
right,
York just had the first push when it comes to the hip hop, and I get that. I get it. The Bronx, let me ask, but let me pull up what he said, man, because he said a whole lot.
right.
He was in the microphone check DVD or the microphone check documentary. So if you were in that documentary, you know the whole premise was to showcase how black foundational black Americans started hip hop. People from the soil, you know, the black folks that was there putting it down. Why would you now backtrack what you said? You know,
Right.
it has a lot to do with the bag and people around them that want to, you know,
It's ego, dog. It's all ego.
it is ego. It is ego. You're right. You're right about that. Because why he got to say all that, you know? At the end of the day, we don't really care how you feel. But you're not gonna go and do a documentary about black people creating hip hop, getting a bag out of that, and turning around and saying, "Well,
It's Bronx people only.
it's just Bronx people. It's a Bronx thing." But then you name off all the Bronx people. The majority of them are black. So, like, what do you? I don't understand. What's your premise? You know? So it just seemed weird to me, you know.
Nah, for sure.
But for the fact that he's defending Fat Joe so hard, so that Fat Joe probably gave him a couple bags along the way,
Right.
just to pay homage and everything like that. So now it's a thing where he's just saying whatever's coming to mind.
Facts.
So
No, is that I mean it's like okay, so um the first the first the first sound that we heard uh, I want to say worldwide was curated in the Bronx, but it doesn't mean that there wasn't other sounds being curated elsewhere. You know, first sound documented, I should say, was in the Bronx, but it doesn't mean there wasn't other places curating their own sound. That's why the South has such a distinctive sound. That's why the West has such a distinctive sound. That's why um, the Midwest, all these different places where there's black communities, they all have their own sound, and it's very different from New York sound. That's why I say like, yeah, New York was the Bronx was the place where maybe it got curated and it got how do I say this? Anyways, bottom line is there's a bunch of other places where black people were around different parts of the country, and they were all curating their own sounds, all around the same time. So like ultimately it's like, yeah, it was documented in that space, but there's other spaces where the same thing was happening, it just wasn't documented. So that's something we have to really, really consider.
and not only that, he said it himself back in the day. He forgot what he said himself. That's what gets me the most. You know what I'm saying? This is what he said back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And I like Melly Mel. He's very outspoken. He's a legend. He even fought Willie D back in the day. A little celebrity boxing match, but let's be honest here. Wilding a little bit. Fair use. I gotta take a little clip from Dougie Diamond real quick. This is what he said.
Not as much as a bozo as him. You see what day he said it. My bad. I gotta calm down. I need something to drink. But yeah, I'm wilding. You see, he said this on January. He said this yesterday. I'm saying it today, the next day. Whoa. I gotta cut it. I gotta calm down. All right. I'm speeding. All right. So he said that. So why is he saying this today? But in 1985, he said this. In 1985, he said this.
Well, this is my belief that rap was always around, but until it came out of the ghetto, that's when they put the name rap on it. Like if you study a lot of recordings or little commercials or jingles, just like fairy tales and nursery rhymes is a rhyme in the form of a rap. But it didn't take on that form until, you know, it came from out of the ghetto, like, you know, a lot of the brothers, and they started rapping and they called it rap just to have something to call it. But, you know, it was always there, and you know, that's why it always be there. You know, it ain't like it was something that just came up. It just became commercial, but rapping was always around. So, you know, it was all that space, but they just added the name from it coming from out of the streets.
Rap was always around? Oh, you talking about the Jubilees? You talking about Pig Meat Markham?
Big Meat
Rap
Markham.
was always around. You're right. You're absolutely right. Rap was always around. So it didn't start with Herc, Flash, and Bambaataa. That's what you said in 1985. Look at you. You got your original jibs. Your conch is conking right now. Why did you say that? That's what you said. It's not what I'm saying you said. That's what you said.
Of rap.
Well, this is my belief that rap was always around, but until it came out of the ghetto, that's when they put the name rap on it. Like if you study a lot of recordings or little commercials or jingles, you know, just like fairy tales and nursery rhymes is a rhyme in a form of a rap, but it didn't take on that form until, you know, it came from out of the ghetto, like, you know, a lot of the brothers, and they started rapping and they called it rap just to have something to call it. But, you know, it was always there, and you know, that's why it always be there. You know, it ain't like it was something that just came up. It just became commercial, but rapping was always around. So, you know, it was all that space, but they just added the name from it coming from out of the streets.
It happens, you know, as soon as I get my grooving, it happens. Forgive me, it happens from time to time. I don't know why y'all leave as soon as it freezes real quick. I'll be quick to be out, but y'all sit there and watch people go take a leak and go piss for an hour and all that, and y'all don't go nowhere. I don't know why y'all bounce. Seriously, I don't know why y'all just bounce when one mishap happens. Y'all just bounce. So it's just really weird to me. But anyway,
And then he says,
I want to know why he changed. I want to know why he said one thing in 1985, and then in 2025 you got a whole different stance, because you said that when you was on the camera, you was happy. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Probably Melly Mel.
The Melly Mel sound that you hear today, I got that sound from Hollywood.
What? What did you say? The Melly Mel sound what? You got it from Herc? You got it from Bam? You got it from Flash? Who you got it from? Hold on. He must have said Herc, Flash, or Bam. What did he say? What did he say?
Sound from Hollywood.
Who?
Hey, I got that sound from Hollywood.
What'd you say? Y'all got some Q-tips. Maybe I'm flipping. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe again. Who? Whoa. The first time she said she heard a 16. What did he say?
That you hear today, I got that sound. No sound that you hear.
Mel.
The Melly
Beat was probably Melly spit a 16 over. The first time I heard somebody spit a 16 over a break beat was probably Melly Mel.
The Melly Mel sound that you hear today, I got that sound from Hollywood.
Who? What Hollywood he talking about?
I was doing the same form of entertainment long before
DJ Hollywood? The FBA? So the sound that we heard of you, why you ain't get it from Herc? Oh, I forgot Herc never made no records. Why you ain't get it from Flash? I was in the same crew. Why you ain't get it from Bam? So why didn't you say you got it from Bam, Flash, or Herc? Why did you credit Hollywood on this documentary. You didn't know what this documentary was about. You didn't know why you went and sat down and did this documentary. Why today you changing your tune? Why today you saying it's Bronx music and I got it in Flash and then it came to us? Why didn't you say yesterday, January 16, 2025, why didn't you mention Hollywood when you did that vlog you did yesterday? You know why? Because then that would have bodied all of that hip hop come from Puerto Ricans and West Indians. That would have bodied that. But you said it then. Why did you say it then? So for all those who came in the room just now, this female right here was in I think this is Debbie D. If y'all watch Beat Street, she was a part of Us Girls with Shyrock. She rapped in there. I hope I got her name right. Debbie D. The first time I heard of 16 was Melly Mel. So he says he's the first MC. You know he takes credit for that, right? You know he takes credit for being the first MC, right? This is the girl from Us Girls if Beat Street. Watch it. You'll see her. This is her right here. Look at her.
First time I heard somebody spit a 16 over a break beat was probably Melly Mel.
Melly Mel.
The Melly Mel sound that you hear today, I got that sound from Hollywood.
Oh, that's Lisa Lee. Okay, my bad. That might be Lisa Lee. I know it ain't Shyrock. It might be Lisa Lee or Debbie D, one of the two. But I know for a fact that they're in Beat Street. It's either Debbie D or Lisa Lee. I could be wrong, but that's one of the two. But again, let's go back because this is very, very important. Because he said a lot of stuff yesterday that just. See, somebody like, hold on, let me play what he said again. What did she say?
I heard somebody spit a 16 over a break beat was probably Melly Mel.
The Melly Mel sound that you hear today, I got that sound from Hollywood.
I was doing this.
So why did you say you got the sound from Hollywood? Why didn't you say you got it from Flash, Herc, or Bam? Why did you credit Hollywood? That's all y'all got to ask him. That's all you got to ask him. Why did you credit Hollywood? And then out of nowhere, you saying you got it from Flash, Bam, and Herc. See, you can only cap to some people. This ain't no emotions. So when she said the first time I heard a 16, and you said I got that sound from Hollywood, what was Hollywood doing? He's known as one of the first MCs. That sound, I got that from Hollywood. What is Hollywood? FBA. So if you got your sound from him and you the first MC in your mind, so where you got it from? This is what I'm saying. Now me, hip hop being older than me, I'm allowed to say one thing, get new information, and as my information grows, change my information based off of studies. But you were there. Your information is not allowed to change because you were there. In your mind, you got a first-hand account of what took place because that's all you're saying. You was there. You was there. You're not allowed to change what you think. You was there, according to you. But this is what I'm putting together, people. The reason why a lot of people are not speaking, the reason why people are changing what they're saying, because it's a lot of money involved now. First and foremost, when you see a dude, and this is with all due respect, when you see a dude that got jewelry on, new jibs, his jibs is jibbing, he got jewelry on, he got whiskers, I don't know what the fuck that is. If you're gonna keep this at the side, you might just keep a mustache, with all due respect. I ain't trying to judge your top lip, but I'm just saying, fuck is this? So when you see a dude all of a sudden, you know for a fact that somebody said, yo, this hip hop museum is looking crazy. And I know for a fact, and I ain't even gonna say how I know, because I ain't no sucker like that. But I know for a fact that they lost money when he dissed Eminem. I know for a fact. I know for a fact they lost money when he dissed Eminem. Fact. When he did that Eminem diss shit, they lost bread. So, how do we clean all this up? How do we get back in the good graces with the promoters, the hip hop museum? I need you to go out there and say this. Well, we already got what you said, though. We got what you said in 85. We got what you said 2 years ago. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to be real with y'all. I just did this research in about 10 minutes. I took a shower and I just came right here and just went live. I didn't set up no live. Y'all see, I set up a live to go live at like 9:20. I mean, like 9. And I'm telling
Those who don't know,
will do or die bad style. So our first name was Crooklyn. That was our first name in Brooklyn, was Crooklyn. Do or die bad style came after Crooklyn. That's what you telling me? Go ahead.
Money Making Manhattan, Shaolin. The Bronx was what? The boogie down Bronx. We was partying.
Yo, we would do or die bad style. Brownsville never ran, never will. That, you know how old that is? It's older than me. Might be older than you. It's called Bed-Stuy. You think that's the name of the area? That goes from this area to that area. Do or die, Bed-Stuy.
I'm still a party. I ain't even go home yet from last night. This is what we do. So going back to what I'm saying, to have this whole thing racialized, hip hop is not divisive like that.
It ain't. So why do we have different forms of hip hop? Why have you gone on camera plenty of times and said who was whack and you number one if it ain't divisive? Why did you have beef with Joe Budden? Why did you have beef with different people if it's not divisive? Why did you diss Eminem? Why do you always diss Eminem? Why did you say Eminem is a white boy if it's not divisive? Why was you calling Eminem a white boy? Why was you getting on Eminem because he was white if it's not divisive? You forgot that? The fact that he was white?
We wasn't counting heads. Oh yeah, okay, 9 niggas and 3 Puerto Ricans. We wasn't doing that. We wasn't looking at people like that.
That's you capping. You capping. Because you capping.
Ja Rock, the first female MC that really, she rocked with her. I didn't look at her like she was a broad.
A broad?
She was a good MC. When I first seen Crazy Legs B-boy. And for those who don't know, I started out as a B-boy.
So you started out as a B-boy. So when you first saw Crazy Legs B-boy, he was B-boying before you? You see what you just said? When I first saw Crazy Legs B-boy, but you started as a B-boy. You older than him.
And I'm a second generation B-boy. It was guys that Trixie and Southside and them, they was B-boying years before, I was a kid. I was, when I'm 13, 14, it was B-boys. When the first time that I seen Crazy Legs, I didn't say nothing about Puerto Rican. I just said these guys,
You lying.
hell of a b-boy. Let me find something else to do. And then we started MCing.
So Crazy Legs chased you out of being a b-boy? You heard what you just said? You was a b-boy, and Crazy Legs and them made you become an MC. That's what he just said. Hold on.
When I'm 13, 14, it was
That's what he
b-boy.
just said.
When the first time that I seen Crazy Legs, I didn't say nothing about Puerto Rican. I just said these guys, they hell of a b-boy. Let me find something else to do. And
you quit being a b-boy because of Crazy Legs?
And then we started MCing. You see what I'm saying? It's not a thing to be divisive. That whole thing, we gotta put all that on.
So why did you get on Eminem? Why was you going at Eminem? Because you can't say he's whack. You didn't get on him because he was whack. You got on him because he was white. So if it's not divisive, why did you do that?
On the back page.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for him to do all that is really whack, you know. Because now it feels like you're pandering for some paper, you know?
Yeah. Keep switching it up.
So you remember in that Beef DVD when KRS-One was talking about his battle versus MC Shan?
Yeah.
Well, what was that whole battle about?
Boroughs? There was 2 boroughs, no?
2 boroughs. But they were battling about who started hip hop.
Right.
Don't remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And Queens was like, "Yo, we're doing our thing in the parks too."
Right.
Uh-huh. Let's take a
We got MC Shan and Molly Mall in the house tonight. They just came from off tour. They want to tell you a little story about where they come from.
You love to hear the story again and again of how it all got started way back when. The monument is right in your face. Sit and listen for a while to the name of the place. The hip hop was set out in the dark. They used to do it out in the park. Every place they said his name, it rang an alarm. Otherwise known as Me T-Tom. A brother who's known for his rap. Jabby Jack. Larry Ladd, third least not last. A cool brother by the name of Gas. Face Brothers made you get loose. They was down with a brother called Cousin Bruce. They used to jam in the center. You had to pay so you could enter. Go to the door, get frisked just in order to get in. And if you wasn't and you couldn't fight and win. But every time they had a jam, they couldn't get no peace. So that's why the jams out there in the parks they had to seize, cause you was in the bridge. Why don't you wise up, show all the people in the place that you are bright? Make this here one jam that you do not start no fight. Cause that is one thing that we all must see done. And if you start some shit, your ass had bet to run. Cause you're in the bridge.
Tough. But yep, this is it, man. This is why you can't really say.
Jam is on the other side of
Oh shoot, let me hear something.
the town was a kid named Flash. Patterson and Millbrook projects, Casanova all over. You couldn't stop it. The Nine Lives crew, the Cypress Boys, the real rock steady taking out these toys. As odd as it looked, as Wallace it seemed, I didn't hear a peep from a place called Queens. It was 76 to 1980. The dreads in Brooklyn was crazy. You couldn't bring out your set with no hip hop because the pistols would go. So why don't you wise up, show off the people in the place that you are whack? Instead of trying to take out LL, you need to take your homeboys off the crack. Cause if you don't, well then their nerves will become shot. And that would leave the job up to my own Scott LaRock. And he's from
South Bronx, the South Bronx, South Bronx, the South Bronx, South Bronx, the South Bronx, South Bronx, South Bronx, South Bronx, the 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 South Bronx.
Now that's what's happening. 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 Now that's what's happening.
You want me
Kill that noise.
South Bronx,
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 Kill that noise.
South Bronx.
Kill that noise. Noise. I must say MC's got a lot of spunk to get up on stage and pop so much junk. I'm not worried cause I don't get whacked, and you wouldn't believe how hard I max. School's in session, I'm about to teach. Versatile with the style that you just can't reach. Lesson number 1, first right name. You shouldn't do things to degrade my name. Your records won't sell cause the people won't buy them. And sucker MCs like chicken, I fry them. I started with the smash, I'ma leave with a bang. And to put it to your belly, MCs can't hang. Your boys and your family will be grieving to death. Sweeping while they're sweeping up the pieces I left. You can come all alone to bring all your boys, but if you knew what I knew, then you could kill that noise.
Yo, Shan, I didn't hear you say hip hop started in the bridge in your record.
I didn't. They wanted to get on the bandwagon because I so fly, girls can't resist, but a man can understand, so he gets pissed like a preacher at work where she hurt. I'll heal her. I'll leave you sleep and believe I'll steal her. My mama used to say be a ladies' man. I used to always wonder why she named me Shan. Not hard to pronounce, easy to spell, and oh how I love it when the ladies yell. A man better chill when my jacket's unzipped. I got a 25 with an 8-shot clip. You're saying to yourself that's a BB gun, but the place that I'ma shoot you, it'll just take one. I rip you into parts, little pieces and specs. You'll be saying to yourself what can happen next. This jam is dedicated to you and your boys, but if you knew what I knew, then you could kill that noise.
Hey, listen to the man.
Should've stayed in school, learned comprehension, trying to state facts that I did not mention. Sucker MCs I hate the most. Next time I make a record, you should listen close, cause MCs like me are the real McCoys. So you sucky MCs better kill that noise.
Baby.
Ollie, you're trying to diss us, man. KRS-One, Scott LaRock. Yo, you talk about strung on something, man. Cold cooling in the place. Driving fresh Audis and Cougars. What's wrong with y'all? Strung? The only thing we strung on is music. And you strung on ours.
So yeah, that was how it was back in the days, going back and forth. Getting everything out, but he didn't say that. Oh, it was Queens that invented it, but he was talking about there was different areas doing different things at the same time,
Yeah,
and it was all hip hop,
Exactly.
It makes sense, Really break it down. A lot of people don't understand that.
You have to yo, I sent you a link. Check the link I just sent you. You have a brother there.
I'm gonna put it up here now.
He broke it down very eloquently.
Yeah.
It's kind of
urban politician. He's on it still.
Yeah.
Let's check this out. Fair use. I know I used this shit a few times, but he's good. He's good at breaking stuff down.
Kind of clarity to a situation that they're floating around. And as a matter of fact, just to try to get it off the front page, you want to put, little weirdness on the back page. Now they got this whole thing going on about who started hip hop and who whether Puerto Ricans was the backbone or whether black people was the backbone of the culture. Now it is no wrong answers. I don't believe in right or wrong answers. It's results. Now this is the bottom line. Now that everybody got their opinion, so now this is my opinion. It's no black culture. Like hip hop is not black culture. Hip hop is Bronx culture. All that made hip hop, the building blocks of hip hop, it was formed in the Bronx. The first popular DJs, DJ Kool Herc, Bronx cat. The first turntablist, Flash, Bronx cat. The first guy to do the scratch, Grand Wizard Theodore, is a Bronx cat, right? The first MC, you're looking at him. I was born and raised in the Bronx, Monsignor Hospital. The Bronx culture is hip hop culture. So the fact that if you got two different sides arguing about the culture of hip hop, you didn't even say none of the Bronx guys' name. Like it's like all this we, like you French. Who's all the we? First of all, whoever's speaking about that, you wasn't even there. I'm there. I'm 16, 17 years old. I'm looking at Herc and them. If you want to talk about hip hop culture and have it being beneficial for somebody, then why ain't he supposed to benefit Herc? Why you can't ask Cass or somebody? Ask somebody that was there. You're just going to take it upon yourself. Oh yeah, well, so and so started the culture. At the end of the day, the people wasn't even really behind hip hop like that. Was behind hip hop. That's who was in the parties. And you had a couple of people from the outer boroughs, and they came in, but the whole thing happened in the Bronx. Ask Herc. Did you ask Biggs, or did you ask Flash? Well, Flash, what do you think about? Oh yeah, foundational Black Americans. We was Afro Americans. Probably back then. We wasn't even, it was no foundational Black Americans. It wasn't, the people wasn't behind hip hop other than the people that went to the jams in the Bronx. And let me just say this: when hip hop was first spoken, like in the connotation of it being something, it wasn't even a term of endearment. This is what people used to say. Now we just called it, we was just jams. We were just out in the jams. The point that you're trying to make is pointless. Because first, you wasn't there. It was only Bronx cats in the bread. The original B-boys, they from the Bronx. Even the music where they say, "Oh yeah, hip hop is Black music." It's Bronx music. Everybody else's song, the go-to song, and all the other boroughs, it was "Love Is a Message." The Bronx was playing Apache. That's what we was doing. Catch a Groove, all that. And if you look at the groups, the greatest, as far as I'm concerned, one of the greatest hip hop songs ever, which is Apache, it was a bunch of white boys and maybe one black. I'm going to address the 300-pound white elephant in the room. What do we do about Fat Joe? And the answer is not a thing. You do the same thing that when he said that did when he said it around. Because now, you can like Joe, you cannot like Joe. Joe's a Bronx. Joe ain't no outsider. He's a Bronx nigga. So at the end of the day, if it's a Bronx nigga from the crate crew or somebody, you call Joe, Joe, you wild and whatever. That's all that internet. See, that's that girl shit. You could say Joe, but when you see Joe, you're going to puff your chest up. You're going to get husky and say, Joe, no, you're not. You don't gotta like Joe, my nigga. Joe, my nigga. Anytime he do something, you see, yo, Mel, man, come on out here with me. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, anybody could say something you don't agree with. We men. All that internet. Oh yeah, you're gonna pass around a petition. Like what the you gonna send them to Guatemala or something? You're gonna send them to Guantanamo Bay or something? Anybody got an opinion? See, really, I don't really have a dog in the fight. I know I was there. I know everybody else that's talking about it wasn't there. But the thing, as far as that personalized it for me, was that I read and it was in one, and they called Joe a white Puerto Rican. I don't know about all that. He's Puerto Rican. What do we do about Fat Joe? The same, like I said, the same thing that you did or that the guys did when he said what he said around them. You do the same thing that they did. Not a thing.
Oh, yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in. And that boy, Melly Bell, 8-bit right. ever since 2 years ago when he dropped that diss record to Eminem and they got the clowning him on the internet about it. Y'all remember he had to put out an apology and walk everything he said back all the way down. And I don't know exactly what this is right here with him speaking on this. It's on his Instagram page. I'll put the link where y'all can go watch it in full because it is a little bit longer than this right here. He said a lot more. But I want to make this very clear. He is not credible in this conversation. Is he credible as in him being in hip-hop, one of the guys that's there early in the Bronx, pioneer, legend, and everything like that? Yes. But his speaking intentions are not incredible because he's a complete contradiction in everything he says. Just 2 years ago, he was in the Art of Dialogue interview saying that Eminem was in position because he was white. Now all of a sudden, oh, these white guys were here for this. The race don't matter or nothing like that no more. Your credibility is killed right there on the hip-hop conversation. This ain't killing it as in, were you there or not? Are you really a pioneer or not? Or if you speak on something else. But when it comes to this topic, you're not credible because everything you're doing now is contradictory. As you have also been a part of Tariq Nasheed's Microphone Check, the discussion of FBA's creating hip-hop. Why would you participate in that to later come back and speak like this on the internet? That makes entirely no sense. And we got to keep these conversations all the way factual here, bro. There is no beef with people in Fat Joe. Are there some people online that's going at Fat Joe in a manner that can be very disrespectful? Of course, it's the internet. Of course, that's a thing. Same way you went at Eminem, that's a thing. But there are people who just want the facts out. That's not about being tough. It's not about being gangster. That's not about beef, bro. Let's keep it all the way 1,000. He is a white Latino, bro. That is a thing. Then I hear him speak on, we wasn't no FBAs back then, man. We was just out here African, bro. In the 70s, African-American wasn't even a term yet, bro. They came with that in 88, dog. So when you say Afro-Americans and all this, no, bro. Y'all was considered black or Negroes, bro, or coloreds. That's what people was considered in the 70s, bro. This is a documented fact, not a debate. And the conversation is not about who participated in hip-hop, who did what first or anything in hip-hop in the Bronx. It's about it being a Black American culture and lifestyle from what Black Americans were doing, not other people, not Puerto Ricans, not Caribbeans or anybody else white. They were doing at these parties what Black Americans did. They want to take the color out of it and say it's the Bronx thing. And you can go look it up for yourself. But I'm saying, all these things that make up hip-hop predate what went on in the Bronx in the 70s, y'all. They put a date on it. He even said it himself right here. So crazy that they wasn't even calling it hip-hop at first. They were just going to the jams. They was just partying, living it up. They came up later on and people started calling it hip-hop, or y'all need to stop doing that hip-hop stuff. That hip-hop stuff, man, you better go get you a job and everything like that. And that's when they started identifying it as that. But the things that they were doing were already going on in the Black community, bro. Dancing, break dancing. This can be dated back on video, bro. Not and who knows who was doing it even before the 30s and 40s and 50s, but it can be dated back to those days on video. We have people rapping on video in the 40s, DJing, been around. All these things been around. And James Brown's song is the song that is considered the first hip-hop record. Most sample song ever. Him, Clyde Stubblefield, the Funky Drummers, we know what it is. You can look this up as well. That's the song where they said this is gonna be the song we gonna rap over and do the break beats and all that, bro. Other songs were used as well, but that's the biggest one. So why are you coming in with all these other semantics? Nah, Melly, man, we can't let you do that at all, bro. These things been going on in the Black community, rapping. Look at Pig Meat Markham. Look at the guys, the Jubilaries, been spitting. Other guys been spitting rhymes on music. Even James Brown had elements of rap and music. What happened was in Bronx, and we say that, they put it all in the pot, they identified it as something, and they called it a name. And then other people started doing what they was doing in other cities, and we doing this thing, and we calling it hip-hop. Partying, dancing, having a good time, spitting your rhymes. getting fly, dressing. That was going on everywhere, bro. Just keeping this stuff all the way 1,000 when it comes to America. Black American prominent cities, meaning they had a Black American population there that was prominent and had things going on. They had cultures there. That's why when other cities started rapping, they didn't sound like they was from New York. They didn't sound like they was from the East Coast. They was like, okay, we rapping down here and we talk about what we talking about and we own music and things like that. But we doing it from what we from on what we do every day. They got what they going on in New York every day. Did New York influence the country? Of course they did. But guess what? The country influenced New York as well. Styles, flavors, things of that nature, bro. But what he's saying, no, bro, we predate this. And we have to know and be understood. They telling niggas it's divisive. Like he's saying, bro, that's the world we live in. The whole world been divisive for centuries, my nigga. It's nothing new. When people say, well, hey, I'm not Black, I'm Puerto Rican, they letting it be known, hey, fam, I'm Puerto Rican. When somebody say, well, oh, hey, bro, I thought you was Black. Nah, nigga, I'm Puerto Rican. Oh, okay, whoop-de-whoop. When you call somebody an Asian and they say, or you call somebody Chinese, nigga, they say, oh, nah, I'm actually Japanese. They're letting you know what they are. Why is it called divisiveness now? Bro, we've lost multiple music genres because of this type of talk of wanting to be inclusive and take the color out of it. Rock and roll, jazz, blues, country, dog. All these things that we created as our ancestors created, we got it taken away from us because of these type of things. We just have the platforms now to fight the narrative and control our narrative and make sure the truth is out. We ain't trying to take credit for things we ain't do. We going to speaking on things that's out there, that's documented. Melly Mel, I will never disrespect my elders or nothing like that. I wasn't raised like that, so this isn't a disrespectful thing to you. This is just you clearly doing the word semantic game, talking in circles. You on the internet singing a whole different tone 2 years ago, OG. We can't let you do it like that. So your credibility, we got to take that away from you off this conversation, bro. Not the fact that you are who you are or a legend. Not the fact that what you did in the Bronx and what the Bronx did as a whole and putting everything that Black Americans were doing together in a pot and creating the hip hop with the party and stuff like that and saying, yeah, we did this. But this stuff was going on before New York, bro. It was Southern niggas rapping, bro. It was niggas all over the place rapping and spitting rhymes. Nigga, James Brown is from South Carolina, not from New York, my nigga. Other people was from there, was rapping up there. They families from the South too. So, nah, bro, it is what it is. But Bronx, y'all did that. Salute to the Bronx. Salute to NY for what they did. But we not let this narrative get off track here. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.
Yeah, facts. They're trying to distort the narrative, you know?
Rearrange the stats.
Yeah. That's exactly what they're trying to do. Distort the narrative. Thinking about if hip hop was started in the Bronx, about if it was Black people that started it or not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the thing. But when you want to be viral and when you want to be relevant to the conversation, you don't say anything. You know, Melly Mel had to say something. That's my nigga. He's not Black, bro. Sorry to say, he's Puerto Rican. He's white Puerto Rican. Yeah. White Cuban. Just difference. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's all there is to it.
Straight. But yeah, exactly what the man was saying. Like, obviously, it got recognized afterwards, but beforehand there was always creation happening. Different parts of the country, not only in New York, but different parts of the country. Everybody was creating their own in that time frame. So like, who's to say where it actually? You can't really pinpoint one spot, but at the same time, it was recognized in New York. All right, fair enough. But when you break it all the way down, it is what it is, and that's why there's so much different sounds to the whole spectrum of it, like the whole hip hop, whole rap game. Every different region has their own sound, and it's not for no reason. Like, they've been creating their sound from the start. So anyways, that's I guess I'm getting a little bit technical with it, but
no, you're right, bro.
It is what it is, though. Big up to the Bronx, Queens.
How can you create a whole versions of that same genre all over in different pockets, and they got their own people that, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
At the same time, wouldn't it all sound the same?
That's the thing.
Case?
That's the thing. That's what lets you know. No, this whole thing was
as opposed to something that was brought somewhere,
Yeah, all created differently, man. In different regions, so they had their own way of expressing. Ultimately,
Let's check out this trailer for Microphone Check.
We were the next generation coming up with this thing, and they were like, what's this little hippity hop thing?
The first time I heard somebody spit a 16 over a break beat was probably Melly Mel.
The Melly Mel sound that you hear today, I got that sound from Hollywood.
I was doing the same form of entertainment long before it had a name.
A lot of the gangs were fading out by the time hip hop came in. A lot of those gangs turned into crews.
As far as influencing hip hop, I saw no Puerto Rican or Jamaican influences whatsoever.
I started breakdancing in the 70s.
When rap and hip hop was all black, it was negative. Now that it became a big phenomenon and corporately acceptable, now there's this need to take foundational Black Americans out of the creation of it and give it away to other people. And it's important for us to set the record straight.
This is the 50th anniversary of hip hop, and we still have a lot of discrepancies and this, who's the this and that, and such. But at the end of the day, we need a definitive story, all right? And that story can only be told by the founders of this culture.
A new documentary looks to set the record straight on the origins of hip-hop. Microphone Check, The Hidden History of Hip-Hop, explores the genre's roots and debunks myths about how it all started.
The film is coming to Chicago theaters this week, and joining us now is the film's director and hip-hop historian, Tariq Nasheed. Good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
We've been talking about this anniversary for a while now, and I cannot believe it's 50 years. What is the myth that bothers you the most?
Well, the myth about hip hop that a lot of people are promoting now is that we got hip hop from Caribbean culture. And that's no disrespect to the Caribbean culture, but hip hop came from foundational Black American culture rooted in the South, and it came to the Bronx through the Great Migrations. And we wanted to just set the record straight. The people in the Bronx at the time when they were creating hip hop, they were listening to the old funk and soul records of their parents that their parents had, and they were using those to rhyme over, and they were using those records to break dance over. So we just wanted to tell the whole true story about the genre and the culture and where it really came from.
So what about the story of this starting at a 1973 party? Is that where it all began?
Now, there has been a lot of misconceptions about that as well. Some people say that it started, hip hop was bubbling around 1970. Some people said it was bubbling around 1969. The party in 1973, and we discussed that in depth in the film. There's a lot of myth and mythology around that party itself. That wasn't the actual start of hip hop, but that was the start of a DJ named Kool Herc, who became one of the main proponents and promoters of what would become hip hop culture. Because what he did, instead of doing what a lot of the other disco DJs did in New York at the time, he focused primarily on those funk break beats and catered to the young teenage crowd. So that kind of set him apart and gave him his own lane, and that trajected the culture of hip hop.
Tell me if I'm reading this right. Were there some comedians who were rhyming earlier than that?
Yes. In 1968, there was a rap song by a gentleman who was a comedian named Pig Meat Markham. He had a record called "Here Comes the Judge," and a lot of the pioneers of hip hop, they said that they were influenced by that record. So there was a lot of rhyming going on in foundational Black American culture for many, many years, going all the way back to the 1920s. So we talk about all of that in the film.
Do you think people have enough of an appreciation for the impact the early days of hip hop has had on all styles of music?
Right. That's why we wanted to talk about the real origin, so that people could have an appreciation for it, so they can understand breakdancing. And breakdancing, that was in the Olympics. Right. It was started by some of the gentlemen in the film, a gentleman by the name of Trixie, another gentleman by the name of Sasa. People should know Sasa was creating these innovative moves because he was a double jointed guy. So he could do these weird moves and twist his body in a weird way. And that's where a lot of the modern breakdancing moves came from. It came from a double jointed guy. So these things are very interesting that people should know.
Well, it's fascinating. You can see Microphone Check, The Hidden History of Hip Hop at Century Center Cinema on North Clark. It runs from July 19th through July 26th. You can go to microphonecheck.com for more and follow Tariq on Instagram. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
So that's what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You already know. You see how it said go back to 1968? And a comedian. It was a comedian that had the first rap, one of the first raps. So, yeah, for sure. It's not the...
Yep.
There's a lot of history still. I definitely got to go check out the history of hip hop documentary. For real.
Definitely. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, rap was a very diverse thing, but it's solely created by Black Americans. Y'all want to argue with that? It's just wasting time, you know? So, it's your boy Matt Mizzle. And I'm signing out. Catch me back here on Monday, same Mac time, same Mac channel. You dig?
Sounds about right. You already know, man. Salute to all the heads that tuned in. Monday, we back at it.
You dig? Keep it real in the field. You know we stay trail. I'm out. Peace.
Peace.